This
All right,
is
so right now it's it's Hans's move.
Yes, let's see what
Right.
happened. Yes.
and then
What?
Whoa!
king.
Wh-
Oh,
Oh no!
He was supposed to pick up a
He
piece
wanted to
off
twin
the
my
board,
gosh.
thing.
and he broke the. That's really,
What?
I
What?
cannot
And then
believe
he-
what just happened. He just broke the king
What
for
is
some reason,
happening?
and he put it back.
And now he's telling him, let's go outside and fight it out. What is this?
I
that
cannot-
is hilarious. I've never seen
What?
that. Now he's trying to put the
Maybe Hans kicked him under the
um,
table? Is that what happened? I mean,
the
he
cross
was
on top of
definitely
the king.
upset about it.
I think we have.
Dude, you can't touch my king. That's not.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
I've never seen something like this.
No, never.
Never in my life. Okay, unbelievable. So,
That's it.
okay, many players, they have this habit to turn the piece right around.
Bad, terrible,
so
terrible
I just
habit.
tried to imagine that perhaps he just wanted to take one of
No,
the
but
pieces.
if you did that, you would be shocked, right? But he was actually motioning like, let's go outside, and then do what outside?
Well, but the crazy part was that when
Maybe
Hans
we
said,
can see
"Excuse
it
me,
again.
dude,
Let's see it
dude,
again.
you're fiddling with my king,
Wait a
dude."
second, let's see again.
Then Sam kind of threw the king to b6.
So,
and
look
said,
at his hands
Yes.
right now.
and, he's
Right
got- and the cross has fallen out of the king's socket
What he was
there.
looking.
And then
But
he's
he
kind of just
throws
threw the
it to
king to
him.
b6. It's like what?
And let's go outside. Let's go outside.
No, he's got the cross in his hand and he's like fiddling
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Dude.
What is happening?
I don't know, but somehow.
Oh, that is. I've never seen that. That's kind of funny.
Okay, we need an explanation. I hope after the end of this game, we'll have it. I hope. I mean,
I
think the appeal committee is on the way to start working.
Right? Finally, the appeals committee has something to
Something
do.
must have happened between these two guys when we were not watching because they seem distressed, both of them.
I don't know what happened, but it seems like
the
really
nerves. The nerves of
something
the
is
players are. They seem to be a little bit on the edge.
Yeah, they
Let's
are.
say.
They are. They definitely are.
You know,
And by the way, Hans just took on b2, took the pawn.
After all of that, give me my king.
Let me take your pawn.
Let me take your pawn with my king. King takes b2.
Oh my goodness.
So my
Nice.
explanation
Yes, what
was
do you think?
that Sam wanted to pick up a piece off the board so he could twiddle with it. And somehow
Still-
his king, he picked up the piece on the board.
Why
the
to
king.
take the cross then? Maybe
Well,
he's religious.
then it popped out. I don't know what happened with that, but that was pretty unusual. I've never seen it actually.
Never ever. Actually, what kind of penalty can be for this type of
Yeah,
thing?
just
I mean,
like
I'm
the
just trying
2
to
minute,
imagine,
you
like,
know,
you
like-
take the king of your opponent. Then-
Like it's almost an illegal move. So
It's-
I'm going to penalize you with an illegal move by saying, you know, you did something that you can't do. You can't, and I'm going to give your opponent reward them with 2 minutes for bad misbehavior. But I have never seen this. One more look at what we
Yes.
just saw, because again, this is unprecedented.
We cannot see
just-
his whole face, right? At
Yes,
this point, we cannot see
unfortunately.
his whole face. Is that correct?
I mean,
because I would love to see his face right now.
And Hans is like,
Dude.
what's wrong with you, man?
Dude, I'm thinking it's my turn, and you just picked up my
If we
king,
can see a
and
wider
you
shot,
broke
this
it,
might actually
dude.
But
solve
why
some
he doesn't put it
questions.
on B3? Why
Yeah,
he
why-
gives it
right.
to him on B7?
Right? It's kind of a flippant thing to do.
And Hans is asking, like, what's wrong? Like,
what-
why did you do this?
Why are you misbehaving? The
Yes.
disrespectful U.S. championships are continuing
There's something happening. There's something in the water, man.
in the same vein as when we started.
Yes.
And then he
He
puts it
managed to
back
put
in.
it
Well,
back
that's
to- put it
well, that
back
was very
together quite
kind,
nicely.
right? I mean, he repaired the king.
I mean,
That was kind.
Something
yes,
must
he
have
keeps
happened
touching the
before.
king.
And Hans is like, dude, man, you can't do that. I mean, leave my king alone.
The most impressive thing, they just keep playing the game. Like nothing. Something happened. Okay,
Wow.
that's why sometimes you need to have these press conferences with two players. You never know how the press conference can finish.
So you get
also.
you get the double
Opinion.
Right.
So we have also faces.
Oh,
When
okay,
all this
different
happens. So
views.
the king is...
He took the king.
So he's stolen the king, and now Sam is like Sam is shocked. What
are you doing, man?
That's the king,
cross
Sam.
came out.
Give me my
That's the
king.
king, Sam.
It was so surreal. Basically what happened was, bro, you see that this is the same position. Now this is Sevian over here. Okay, Sevian's over here on the left side. This is Hans. Sevian picks up the black king. It's not his move. It is Hans Niemann's move. And in the middle of the move, he picks up the king and then he twirls it. And then he realizes that the crown of the king is broken. You see, the point of the king is in his other hand. What? What is happening? And Hans is like, what are you doing? Hans is like, what are you doing? And now we go to the other side of the camera. Look at this. Hans is like, what are you doing? It's my move. Put the king back. What are you what? And Sam's like, Sam slides the king back to him. Sam doesn't even put the king back. Sam like tosses the king to b6. And Sam's like, what? What are you going to do about it? Hans like, what are you doing? He's like, what? You want to go outside? And then they just keep talking. Sam's like, what? You want to take this outside? So when I saw this clip, it was so funny. Hans is like, I think he's trying to assault me. By the way, Sam is like a big dude. Look, Sam's like a big shoulders, man. Like, I would not want to step outside with Sam unless I was on his team. Anyway, long story short, what I think happened was, here's what I think happened. Players like to twiddle with pieces. Okay? So like if there's a pawn, I don't know why I have a pawn. You go like this, right? You just sit there, you just twirl a piece. Okay, one of two things occurred. Sam either just absentmindedly, total brain fart, grabbed the piece that was already on the board, but that's not what I think happened. I think the crown of the king was loose. I don't think Sam broke the king. If he did, that's just some Chad behavior. Also, he probably owes the club like $50 because that king is super fancy. And I think he just had like a moment where, I don't know, he just like did. And so he was asking Hans not to fight outside. He wanted to go glue the piece back on, which just seems so crazy to do like in the middle of a game. Like, no, just grab a king from the other board, just play it out. I don't know. So anyway, it was the strangest thing I have ever seen. You know, I don't know if it was a brain fart. I don't know. But like the cold-blooded look on Sevian's face, like, yeah, I just did that. What are you going to do about it? And people were like, they thought he broke it and like stared at Hans. No, that obviously didn't happen. But we still have a game to play. So after that extremely tense interaction between the players, where Hans lost like 20 seconds because his opponent literally took his piece off the board, the king has been restored and takes the pawn. So Hans wanted to move the king, but the king wasn't even on the board. So king b2, oh my goodness. Hans Niemann involved in some more absurdities, but this time not his fault.
And the game itself is really amazing, but what happens during the game is even more amazing. It's one of the weirdest things to ever happen in a game, especially in a tournament of this magnitude. This is the United States Championship, where at a certain point in the game, Samuel Sevian literally takes Hans's king, grabs it off the board, breaks it, or breaks his head, you know, the little cross on the king, and then is just, he acts like Hans is the one doing something weird. And then he flings the king onto the board, and I have no idea what happened. But what makes this position so special is that this is where the magic really happens. Here in this position, Samuel Sevian picked up Hans's king. He just grabbed it and he broke it, or maybe he didn't break it. Maybe the little crown from the black king just fell off, and then it seemed like he broke it. But then he was just completely weirded out. I'm just going to show it to you so you see what happened. So this is a short clip from the game. Watch this. So there you have it. That's the position. You can see now it's Hans's move. It's Hans's time that's going down. But now Samuel just picks up the king, and the little crown gets broken. So he holds the little crown in his head, and Hans is obviously weirded out by this. He has no idea what Samuel is doing, and then Samuel just flings the king to a completely random square. You don't know what he's saying, but it's literally like he's asking Hans, does he want to step outside? I mean, this is completely crazy. Now he puts the king back, but Hans stops the clock and he calls the arbiter. Obviously, he does not like what Samuel is doing. And Samuel puts the crown back on the black king, and now okay, the arbiter will come, and then he will obviously step in, reimburse Hans for the time lost that the black king spent off the board. I mean, this is wild stuff. So I have no idea what happened there. Why did he take it? The first time I saw the clip, I was like, probably Samuel was so deep into the game. He was, he wasn't paying attention to the real world. And maybe sometimes, when you play a game, you just grab a random piece, and then you just, start shuffling it, through your fingers. Maybe he thought that what he was doing, even though he just grabbed Hans's king from the actual board. But it does, maybe he was just trying to send a certain message. He grabbed the king and like broke his head off. I mean, like it can be interpreted in many ways.
What's this clip? Is this a Hans clip? What?
What?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Sorry, it's Hans's move.
Yes, let's see what happened. Yes.
And then
What?
Whoa.
king.
Wha-
Oh, he was supposed to pick up a piece
wanted to
off
twiddle
the board.
something.
He wanted to twiddle a piece, and he took the king off the board. Did I really just see that? That is so bad. I cannot believe that I just saw that. What the heck was that? Let me make sure. One more time.
Sorry, it's Hans's move.
Yes, let's see what
Right.
happened. Yes.
And then
What?
Whoa.
king.
Oh no!
He was supposed to pick up a piece
wanted to
off
twiddle
the
it.
And then he
board.
broke the king too. And then he broke the king.
And he broke the.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. That is, oh my gosh. What a freaking turn of events. Jeez.
Sense, guys, any questions for
Absolutely.
our leader?
Absolutely, Fabi. Well, first of all, congratulations on a very fine tournament, a very fine performance. But you yourself have said it, Fabi. The disrespectful U.S. championships coming to a close. Give us your thoughts as a player about these disrespectful U.S. championships.
Okay, well, what can you say? I mean, it culminated yesterday, didn't it? I mean,
With the
what was
beheading.
this? I've never seen anything like this. It's like, I think maybe the tournament is quite long also, and people are starting to go a bit nuts at the end of it. I mean, I just couldn't wrap my head around this moment when Sam
What's
took-
your read on the whole situation? What do you think actually happened there?
Well, we kind of were told what happened, right? That the Kings...
Hans's side. Hans
No, but
said
this was
that
also
it was-
corroborated by arbiters that these kings have loose tops. Their crowns are loose. I didn't notice, but apparently it's a thing. And the only thing is, like, why at that specific moment did Sam decide to take the king off the board?
And it wasn't his move. It was Hans's move.
Yeah, it was Hans's move. He decapitated it, and then he threw it back on the board. I've never seen this before.
I just know why the crosses are kind of little peg shaped, because it very often happens that they do snap, and so then the idea is it's kind of easy to replace them. But you know how it goes.
I think I can give this small update.
Any other things about this disrespectful
I
U.S.
can give this,
championship that
this
stood
small
out
update
for
about
you?
the kings.
Yeah.
So after yesterday,
Right.
every individual king was glued on. Every
Yes.
What?
individual crown was glued onto the king very carefully. So this doesn't happen again
Yes, to make sure.
for the last round, I guess.
And this is what we were discussing yesterday's 12th game. Hans was thinking about what his move was. And then Sam just picked up his king and then beheaded the black king. And Hans is like, hey, man, give me back my king.
And why
Sam
he
also
did-
looks.
You can have
This
it.
slide is amazing.
Sam also looks a bit guilty. Like he was caught doing something very naughty.
Sam looked very confused in that whole
I can watch
exchange.
it.
Time and time again, and still pick up things. Were you there at that moment, by the way?
No, I was watching.
You'd
from home.
already left.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You can enjoy it.
I mean,
Okay. Good attitude.
Okay, thank you very much, Fabi,
Thank you.
for the interview.
Guys, in case you've missed it, yesterday we've had a lot of fun here in the studio.
Oh my God.
The graphic artists
Let's
look
talk
like
about
they're
that.
having some fun too.
Let's talk
Why?
about what happened yesterday.
I like
Check
the
this out.
music.
Boom. Okay. What are you doing there? Why are you taking my king?
King, the crown fell off.
Your king is
what's-
broken.
What's wrong
Give
with
me
the
my
king?
king back. You can have it.
There you have it. There you have it.
Why on this square?
Should we glue it? Should we put?
It's just there are
Now
some
your
things
Hans
you
is
can
like,
watch forever, like fire, water.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, you're king. Look, if we put the peg back in, look, the peg
it
has
fell.
fallen
It fell.
out, man.
It's broken.
No, he lifted up my king. He can't lift up my king, but it's broken.
Hans is smiling. Hans is like, what are you
Actually, he
doing?
was smiling.
And Frank, what's for dinner? Come on, guys. What's for dinner?
Frank is trying to
I think
defuse
he's
the
trying.
bomb.
Calm down, guys.
Calm down. Let's. And then Fabi responded to
Yes.
all of this.
The disrespected just reached its peak. Sam decapitated. I like this word.
Hans's
Hans
king.
king.
Yeah, oh, that was just so fun. That was what provoked you to discover.
There's the parking lot discussion.
Yes, actually,
after
they
the game.
spent 15 minutes talking about the game, and it looked friendly, even though everybody was ready for any kind of.
Right.
They spent a lot of time
So
discussing King Game.
King Gate, yes.
Yeah.
So we actually witnessed another King's Gambit version yesterday.
Yeah, but it was King's Gate, right?
King's Gate, Glue Gate, however. Hans, another victory, a tense game, but complete mad scenes towards the end of the game. What happened when Sam picked the king?
It was just a misunderstanding. Nothing too serious. We had a cordial conversation after, so I assume there's no hard feelings there. But, just a misunderstanding.
So it wasn't just an instinct to pick the king and start twirling it. It was he wanted to get your attention. Like what was his?
No, I think
his idea?
the pin of the piece was the king had fallen off.
Uh-huh.
So he just picked it up, but I was just a bit annoyed because it was on my time. But again, I'm not. There's just no need to discuss. It was just a misunderstanding. So
And
wanted
you
to fix
guys
it or what?
discussed after the game and
there's no. It was just a misunderstanding.
misunderstanding.
I don't want. There's no drama. I know you guys are desperate for views. But
No.
no drama.
But why he said let's go and speak or something?
Sorry.
It seemed like he said like let's
what
go
was he
somewhere.
telling to you at this point?
Yes.
When
he
was
wanted
pointing
to-
towards the outside.
Again, it's a misunderstanding. But he wanted to glue the piece.
Ah.
So we wanted to go and glue the piece.
Yes. I was just very confused. So.
Got it. Okay. That makes a lot of sense right now.